Hey y'all, Happy New Year. I'm happy to be back on YouTube. I took a break. I didn't realize how long of a break I was going to take. It was somewhat intentional and then somewhat not. My body and brain just would not allow me to get on YouTube for some reason. I just had a block. I don't know if it was a creative block or energetic block, but I just did not feel up to it. I took the time. Now I feel up to it. Back in the swing of things. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I'm Samantha Salmon, National Board Certified Health and Wellness Coach. And today I want to talk about how to lose 50 pounds because I know you're starting the new year fresh and some of you are watching this video and you are making a commitment to yourself for this year, 2025, to be the year that you drop this excess fat. For whatever the case may be, I like to approach things from a health perspective, specifically metabolic health, so that we can cater to our brain and our body for not just longevity, but quality of life, to not feel pain. And so if that's why you're looking to release this fat, because it's inflammatory, it's causing pain, it's impacting your quality of life, then you have come to the right place. So I want to share a story with you a little bit, because especially if you're new to me, I love food and I love to overeat. I grew up in a home where I didn't experience lack. We had 2 kitchens. They were fully stocked. My mom shopped at Costco. I had a brother who's about 11, 12 years older than me, and he eats a lot. He's a big guy. So we always had food in the house. And so I like to eat and I would always eat just for entertainment. I'd watch TV a lot. I've spent a lot of time watching TV and eating, right? And the two just went together for me. When the time came now, if you're new to me and my story, I watched my grandmother die at home on hospice care due to type 2 diabetes. Complications from type 2 diabetes, her big toe turned black. And the doctors decided it wasn't worth cutting off her toe, or that they decided that she wouldn't heal. I don't know. But they made that decision. It's not like she didn't have more life in her, because she definitely did. She had just had some kind of like a heart thing, like a stent or something put in like a year prior. But she had a lot of vigor in her. Anyway, I watched her die from that and realized food is not worth it. And then 4 years later after that, I found Dr. Neil Barnard's book on how to reverse diabetes, where I learned in that book that you can reverse type 2 diabetes with a whole food plant-based diet. So I went vegan because of that. I didn't want to go through the pain I watched my grandmother go through. In that, though, I ended up gaining 20 pounds, right? Now, prior to this, I had been managing 120 for a very long time, from my teenage years, and still trying even at that to not be so chubby or whatever. But I blew up to 140, and 140, according to the medical charts, is basically the edge of a healthy weight range from my height. I'm 5'3". So I found raw foods because I was hearing at the time from people, you can eat as much as you want and you lose the weight. So I was like, works for me. I love to eat. So I went raw and then I lost 25 pounds. So here you have, I went vegan, gained 20 pounds, went raw, lost 25 pounds. And this has consistently shown up to be the case for me time and time again. For my clients, it works for my clients. And this whole time for me in my story and my journey, I did not have to work on the overeating. I was an overeater. I considered myself a glutton. And in my head, it wasn't a problem. I didn't consider that a problem, the overeating, because I'm like, how am I not going to eat? I'm not going to starve myself. I never had that kind of relationship with food where I would starve myself to change my body. I would never do that because I don't like pain. I'm motivated by not feeling pain. And so that's why raw foods really worked for me. I didn't have to really work on the emotional stuff, the overeating, the addiction stuff. I didn't have to do that. All I had to do was eat, which I already knew how to do, and enjoy my food, right? So I still ate to feed the cravings because I was bored or just 'cause. Like I said, I just eat whenever just because. Not necessarily I was hungry, but just because. And so raw foods really work. So that's why I want to share with you, if you are starting your journey and you're looking to release 50 pounds of excess fat, then, and increase your energy, right? Because this way of eating actually improves your metabolic health, like your health at a cellular level, where we are dealing with the mitochondria in each cell that actually creates the energy for the cell. So you end up feeling better. You're eating foods lower on the advanced glycation end product scale, right? It's like it's making you more youthful, this food. And this is all backed by science. So anyway, let's get into the 3 hacks, right? The 3 raw hacks to get you going with this excess fat release, all right? The first hack is to turn fast food into quick raw meals. The reason why we are accumulating all this excess fat is because of the society we're living in right now. We work in jobs or even working for ourselves, hustling, going hard, working long hours. And I know for me, what's been the most convenient for me when I had my business, my time really wasn't always my own, especially in the morning when we had deliveries and different things I had to do. So it was really easy for me to grab a green juice, because there was a particular juice, this particular one green juice that it made me feel like I ate. Like my stomach wasn't full, but I felt nutritionally satisfied, and it gave me the energy to pick up the heavy boxes and run around, drive around, making deliveries and picking up produce and doing all this stuff. I got the juice. That green juice gave me the energy, and all I had to do was open the fridge. Okay, it was quick and easy. Now for you, right, because you don't have a business, a juice bar available to you, you just buy a juicer like a Nam or something like this, get you some glass bottles with the seal, and juice every 3 days. And you have juice for 3 days, grab and go in the morning. So you could have a juice, or you could have a smoothie, which literally takes 5 minutes to put together. You can have a salad. Literally, you have pre-washed, triple washed greens, throw it in the bowl, and you could make a salad dressing real quick in your little mini blender, which literally takes less than 5 minutes. You throw in stuff together. I consider raw foods the original fast food. For my breakfast, one of my favorite breakfast items is a bowl of blueberries or a bowl of grapes. So instead of a bowl of cereal, you just have a bowl of fruit. Or I might have even 2 mangoes. 2 mangoes, I learned in the beginning of my raw journey, I did calorie count just to make sure I was eating enough, because I was concerned I would become skinny mini, and I wasn't trying to get to skinny mini. I wanted to just be a healthy size. I didn't want to be real thin. So I wanted to make sure I was eating enough calories. And so because I tracked then, I actually remember some of this stuff. 2 mangoes is 500 calories. That's breakfast. That's a breakfast meal. So you can just enjoy that. Find the foods that you like, that you could have real quick when life gets busy and you need to focus on what you need to do to survive. You have these things, right? So you can make wraps with collard leaves, have your salad dressings on hand that you can make real quick, and your glass containers, right? So you can store whatever it is you need to store. Okay, the second thing now, you want to harness the power of greens to tame inflammation, right? With excess fat comes the pain of inflammation. It could be a hormonal imbalance that the inflammation is triggering. It could be joint pain. It could even be signs of depression, right? Inflammation in the body creates inflammation in the brain, and we'll deal with symptoms of depression or anxiety, mood swings, and things of that nature. This is where you want to really hone in on greens. Those are your leafy greens, or even your cruciferous vegetables. In any way you want to do it. You could do it as a juice, a smoothie, a salad, or some other dish, like a really elaborate raw vegan gourmet dish. There's so many ways you can do raw. One of the big ones in my 21-day New Year meal prep challenge is the lasagna, right? Where you can utilize zucchini and basil and cashews and different things to really fuse in all these different flavors. You get your greens in, you get your vegetables in, and you're satisfied. You have the look of lasagna, you have that taste of having something really hearty, right? So you can get your greens in and have all these anti-inflammatory foods, right? Making the different dressings and things using ginger and turmeric and cayenne, all these nice anti-inflammatory foods, garlic. Know right now, like, we have flu virus and things going around right now. So all of these things I am using in salad dressings, adding to my salads, juicing them to get them in to keep my immune system nice and strong. And this in particular is really going to help you allow that fat to slide off and the body to feel better. So to quell the pain of the inflammation. And then the last hack is to transform your cravings into creative raw treats. Let your cravings lead you into trying something new. If you want something sweet, we have fruits, smoothies, juices, raw vegan desserts you can make. If you want something savory, there's the lasagna I mentioned before. There's raw vegan burgers. All of this stuff I have in my 21-day New Year meal prep challenge. So if you're new to raw, definitely check out the link in the description to this video so you can try all these new raw foods, see how you like it. And I would love to hear your experience with the dishes, right? There's so many ways. And I love to really incorporate, because I come from a Jamaican family, I like to incorporate not just these anti-inflammatory herbs, but some other herbs that kind of mimic some of the flavors that I'm used to growing up that make things really feel like warm and spicy. Different spices, especially cayenne and ginger. I know from my mom, she puts cayenne and ginger in everything and she never gets sick. She didn't even get the big one that everybody's been getting over the past 4 years that I'm not going to say on YouTube because they would flag my video, but she hasn't even gotten that, which is amazing to me because I feel like everyone's gotten that by now, but she doesn't get sick. And I honestly think it's because she starts her day with lemon, ginger, and I think turmeric in the morning. And she juices the ginger. So she has it on hand to add to things throughout the day. And she puts cayenne and ginger in everything. Literally every meal you could think of. Anyway, I didn't go that hard with my recipes, but there are a lot of different flavors to experience in these raw vegan dishes. So I hope you give it a try. So just to summarize what we talked about today, you are on a path to lose 50 pounds, and these are the 3 raw vegan hacks that is going to help you not only release the fat, but also increase your mood, right? Balance out your mood, have you feeling happier and more contented, and increase your energy. And that's to turn fast food into quick raw meals. So basically lean into how raw foods can really be the quickest meal prep you've ever experienced. Also, really harness the power of greens to tame the inflammation so you are feeling less pain, and transform your cravings into creative raw treats. Have those cravings actually lead you into what kind of flavors you're looking for. So you don't have to really fight yourself on it, flog yourself, oh, I'm bad for having this feeling, this craving, whatever. No. I remember this woman asked me before, what do you do before menstruation? Because you have all these cravings. Yeah, before menstruation, your body metabolically has some heavy needs, right? Because it's expecting to bring a baby in the world, regardless if a baby's there or not. And so there are more energetic demands. And so you want to feed that, right? But it's not calling for chips, but it might be calling for some a nice nutrient-rich, mineral-rich salad with maybe a little bit of sea salt or a dressing with a little bit of coconut aminos or something like that. Let your cravings lead you into what your body needs, and then you can fill that need with some healthy, nutrient-dense, water-rich, fiber-rich meals. All right, so like I said, there are lots of recipes to try in the 21-day New Year Meal Prep Challenge, and I hope to see you inside.